Yeah, but aren't you going to need this tea for your vitamins?
I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
Why not?
Because
it's not
I did
hot.
not eat anything.
What the hell does that have to do?
I will be eating shortly.
But it's a liquid. Green tea is a liquid. You'll be able to take your vitamins with that.
I take my vitamins after I eat.
You know what?
And there's no eating.
Human beings are so difficult. They
make
their own they create their own problems. People, what do they use to take nutritional supplements with? They use a liquid.
Liquid.
Whether it be juice or milk or water with something in it.
But you usually take your vitamins to work with food. Unless this is a protein drink.
You have food in your gut. You ate 3 or 4 slices of pizza before.
That was how long ago?
You're trying to say
11:30.
You're trying to say all that pizza is all digested and.
Oh, it's down here now somewhere.
Oh, I get it.
It's out of my stomach.
You want to make sure your supplements are in the stomach with the food.
Exactly.
Together. So that
that's how you utilize your supplements.
So the hydrochloric acid is at an optimum level.
Oh yeah.
You are a smart cookie. There, Field Marshal Eisenman.
You want to walk in my library over there? You want to see how many health books are there?
I have plenty too. I have some that I love.
You love your health books?
Anything put out by Dr. James Duke or Heinemann.
Heinemann?
No, the medical anthropologist, Dr. Heinemann. I think James Duke has a job with the. I don't understand. They said he works for the USDA, but the USDA
is a corrupt organization.
Is corrupt like the FDA. So why would James Duke be affiliated? Why would he have all these books on herbal medicine out and be affiliated with the USDA?
Strange.
That's the Department of Agriculture?
Yep.
Nah, it can't be. It can't be. No, James Duke is an American herbal medicine guru. Get his books, like The Green Pharmacy, and all of his books are great. You know, if you want to learn about natural herbal medicine, and you know, Earl Mindell's books are also wonderful. Excellent for beginners.
Yeah, as long as you. Was it Earl Mindell?
Earl Mindell is a compound pharmacist by trade.
Yeah, but wasn't he? Who was the one who was taking drugs?
Oh, the cocaine addict?
Yeah.
That was Stuart Berger.
Berger, okay.
He was on the radio.
I almost blamed Mindell.
No, don't blame the poor Mindell. No, he was.
Yeah, it was Berger.
Yeah, Stuart Berger had a daily radio program.
I read his books too.
WOR radio, talk radio in the New York City area, and it turned out he did not practice what he preached.
Yeah.
I mean, even poor Carlton Fredericks was a chain smoker.
And a coffee drinker like crazy.
And he kept that a secret from his listeners. You know, he had that one vice, and but I like.
Well, you don't know that he only had one vice.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what he did in his personal life.
Exactly.
Like I didn't know Rush Limbaugh did what he did when he went to the Caribbean, to the on vacation.
You're talking about the young boys?
Yeah, and the addiction.
There's speculation about the young boys.
And the addiction to the painkillers.
OxyContin. He got away with that, didn't he? But on his show, he was always blasting that these druggies should be in jail. But when it came to him,
so
he didn't go.
So he was the stone thrower in the glass house.
Oh yeah.
The pot calling the kettle black.
I think a couple of those stones hit some pelicans over there too.
Really? Yeah. Oh yeah, the
ring the stinking bells when.
I have to make sure the levity bells go off when Dr. Bill tells the funny one.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like my aunt saying?
Oh yeah.
You see those? You see those pelicans that are flying over here by the marina every day?
Mm-hmm.
You see them? They're looking for handouts.
Mm-hmm.
she's conservative. They're
They're
looking
like-
for handouts.
They're like the poor in our country. They just
Yeah.
want to suck at the trough, the social program trough.
Always throwing digs. Anytime I'm also when I'm invited to a relative's home for the holiday celebration and dinner and grog.
And if you want to eat, you better keep your mouth shut.
And grog. I always hear lots of digs from the Republicans that are there. They love to throw sarcastic remarks, like I quote,
Here we go.
you know these people, I gotta talk like an older folk that talks a lot of crap. Hey, these people that collect welfare and food stamps and social services, they're a bunch of lazy bums. They don't want to work. They don't want to work. Yeah, I got to hear crap like that.
Well,
But the person who said it is collecting Social Security
Yeah.
disability.
oh, geez, that's even worse. But you see, in the Bible, God says that you shouldn't worry about tomorrow. Do the daffodils, do the swallows worry about tomorrow and where their food's going to come from?
No.
No, they do not. And that's what God wanted ancient Israel to do. He wanted them to have so much faith in Him that He wanted, because He was a father, He wanted to take care of them. Look, if we would have remained in the Garden of Eden, we wouldn't be seeking jobs with big corporations that will not give us our pensions and throw us out when
No.
whatever.
You wouldn't
that would
ha-
not be the way of life.
You wouldn't want to have to work for a stingy retail company making peanuts with
Right.
lousy benefits like a Walmart or any of those retail companies, or a retail manager putting
No. People
or
would
retail. Excuse me.
did you take the cinnamon challenge or what here?
No, but I put a little bit of
Oh, boy.
tea masala from India in here. I didn't put much. I put a very little bit.
Well, what is that? Is that like a booze or what?
No, and it's a mixture of spices like
spices, okay.
fenugreek and clove and yes, cinnamon.
Clove. Well,
But anyway, what was I saying? You were talking about damn, I lost my train of
people.
thought.
We were talking about the poor. We were talking about the daffodils, the swallows, the Garden of Eden. We would never have to. If we remained in the Garden of Eden, we would never have to work
Oh
for
yeah, you would.
corporations.
You would.
Or,
Yeah, you wouldn't have to work for corporations like these poor retail managers that work very long hours on salary and they don't get paid that much. You'll be in the Garden of Eden because God fulfilled everybody's needs.
That's correct. Everybody would have the worth of the person that they were. They'd have their own land. They'd have their
Right.
own way of making a living, or whatever.
Now, before the Industrial Revolution, people, like Americans, they produced their own food. They owned their own land.
Well, like 80 to 85% of the people were on the land.
Yeah, and then when they moved out
At
and
that
went
time.
to the cities, they had to rely on their very survival with some employer handing them a paycheck.
And at
Handing
that
them
time,
cash.
they thought it was a freedom
That's a
to
freedom.
be disconnected from the land.
It's not
They
freedom.
thought of it as freedom, going to the city, the big city. But it was not
They
freedom. at all.
glorified the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, in that sense. And then now today, you know how many people work the land today in America?
Now, many-
1%. 1% farmers produce all of our food today.
Well, you can't keep 21st century kids on a farm. There's no way.
Well, everybody should be able to grow their own food some way, somehow.
But if there's no jobs out there and the economy it goes from bad to worse, then people may have no choice
Well,
but to work
Yeah, but here's the-
work the land again.
here's the problem. The problem is we are connected to the land. Dust we are, and dust we shall be. there is a connection with the energy of the person to the energy of the earth. For instance, supposing you went on a Saturday afternoon and you went to the Poconos. This is in New Jersey, the Poconos.
No, it isn't.
I mean,
It's in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Right over the border.
Well, anyway, you know, a forest somewhere.
Saturday.
A beautiful forest
in
somewhere.
the park.
And you walk
Every
through
day's
the forest.
the 4th of July. Yeah.
And what it does to you to be in nature.
Nothing like it, man.
Nothing like it, exactly.
The lakes, pristine, I like that word pristine. Pristine lakes, pristine forests, pristine air, mountains,
Exactly.
the crisp, clean air,
The connection to the land,
flora
the
and
energy.
the flora
Positive energy.
and let me say flora and the fauna.
Flora and the fauna.
The flora, commuting with the flora and the fauna.
Not the flora in your intestines.
Hopefully, yeah, not the flora in your intestines. Hopefully, not the predators either.
Yeah, well, don't run into any.
Yeah, you don't wanna-
tigers in the bathroom, you know.
You don't want to
whatever.
commune with nature up in the American Rocky Mountain in Northwest, where there's mountain lions and grizzly bears. No, you don't want to commune with nature there, but you know.
But there is a connection to the land, you know,
Yes.
with our nature and our energy and etc. And like I said, if we wouldn't have got kicked out of the garden, this way of life that we seem to think is the only way that people can live would have never happened. All right?
Okay.
Things would have been better.
Things would have been better. They would have been paradise.
There you go.
You know. Okay. We can go on and on about this. But I don't want to get into a Bible study thing. But anyway, I sense something. I sense a possible sabotucci going on. Something going on? Oh. No, I thought we were going to get
some. The mouser is taking some sustenance.
Yeah, there's a cat. No,
and it ain't a mouse.
The cat by the name of Steve. Stevinsky. That is looks like Sylvester or Felix. I don't like Sylvester.
I love Sylvester.
I don't like people that spit when they talk. All right.
I love
Jabroni. I like Felix. He didn't spit when he talked.
No, Felix didn't.
He's a black and white cat.
But Felix carried around a suitcase with tricks in it.
Sex toys?
Tricks.
You mean the cereal?
He always had a bag of tricks.
Tricks are for kids? You mean the cereal or
no,
like...
that was the Toucan. Tricks are for kids. Or was that Fruit Loops?
That's Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
Oh, yeah. That's another talk show. We're talking about $5 for a box of sugar,
God.
heavily sugar-laden breakfast cereal.
Hey, did you
that they spike with synthetic vitamins and minerals?
Lately, have you ever read the package? I haven't. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Have you ever read the package of shredded wheat?
I think there might be BHT in there as a preservative.
Like how much sugar is in it? Because I used to eat it.
You're talking about the the frosted shredded wheat?
No, just the regular one.
No, there's no sugar in shredded wheat.
Really?
And grape nuts has no sugar either.
Because I used to eat two of them.
Oh, you're talking about the biscuits.
Big biscuits.
Wasn't there a Canadian version called Weetabix?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you know what? You know what I used to like until they jacked up the stinking price?
Oh, God.
I used to get, throughout my childhood, see, my mother introduced me to holistic health and vitamins and nutrition. Same thing with my late Uncle Frank. You know, he was a ballroom dancing teacher. He worked for Gene Kelly's brother, Fred Kelly Studios. So between him and my mother, they were health nuts. My mother used to get Prevention and Let's Live magazine delivered to the house. And that's when I first found out about Carlton Fredericks, because Carlton Fredericks had an article
all the time
in Prevention magazine
yes.
before it became loaded with advertisement.
Yeah, what's the name of that company?
there were all kinds of companies.
No, the one
advertising.
big company now that produces all these stupid books and everything like that.
Rodale Press.
Rodale Press. Give me a break.
That
with
got
those
greedy. That
people.
got greedy.
Exactly.
So they got me first. They introduced me as a child into healthful living and eating, and I did not eat garbage, junk food. My mother did not bring soda in the house. She brought juices and flavored seltzers, and we ate home cooking. All right. Now, I used to like this cereal. While all the kids were eating the sugar-laden cereals, okay, the crap, refined carbohydrates, I was eating. I liked Uncle Sam cereal, with the Raisin Bran version, or Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam. I think it was it's a Canadian company.
Oh.
It's real whole wheat, unsweetened whole wheat flakes. There might have been like a malt extract in there, but there was no white sugar in Uncle Sam's cereal, and there was flaxseed. Back when flaxseed was not known to have all this, all these essential fatty acids.
Good oils, yeah.
Yeah, it was strictly for fiber. And flaxseed was cheap back then. That's when it was linseed.
Yeah, and I used to paint with it.
Like Mayor Linseed from the Batman series. Remember Mayor Linseed? Because there was a Mayor Lindsay of New York. Anyway, it had flaxseed and linseed, and I either got the one with, I'm not sure if it had raisins in it, but I sure put raisins in it. And it was healthy. It was pure, natural whole wheat. The grains, the flakes were dark brown, and it had flax in it. And I got accustomed to the flavor of natural, unrefined foods.
Well,
that's real cereal.
I used to eat sugar pops. I used to eat oatmeal, which was good. Okay.
Yeah.
I used to eat the farina. I used to eat shredded wheat. I used to eat. I didn't eat those stupid Fruit Loops and stuff, Count Chocula and that kind of stuff.
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch and everything. No.
Well,
I
I'm guilty.
Shit.
I'm guilty. I ate Captain Crunch.
Oh my God!
But that was my only vice. I did happen to love something.
Well, how the hell did she bring it in the house? She said she was a health nut.
I used to have a thing.
What'd you do? Go, hey, Mommy, I want that, I want that. In the supermarket.
I don't know. You know what I used to love as a kid? I used to love, and you know what? I still have a thing for it today. I used to love Tasty Cakes chocolate cupcakes.
Oh,
they call it devil's food chocolate.
In the 60s and 70s?
Tasty Cake chocolate cupcakes.
In the 60s and 70s, I always ate one of those pies with the glaze on top.
Oh God!
I ate those. I ate the,
Hostess.
I don't know what brand it was.
But it was an apple pie.
It was a big one, like that.
Oh yeah, but now you have the even better. You have a company called Table Talk.
Well,
Remember
that's
the
the small round one.
Yeah, but the
No,
blueberry is not the blueberry.
This was oblong. This was an oblong one like that.
Okay.
And it had glaze on top, and it was any kind of. You could have any kind of filling in it, even chocolate. But I ate one of those all the time. Oh my God! During the 70s, Devil Dogs, Twinkies,
Ring Dings,
Suzy Q's,
Funny Bone.
No Funny Bones. What's that? The doodle one or something? The chocolate with the white inside all the time.
Yeah, you thought it was cream, but
Suzy Q's was.
It probably was hydrogenated oil.
Yeah, it was crap.
Like Cool Whip. Whipped
It was
into
crap.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was garbage.
But those
Twinkies.
I ate those things. And up until the late 70s. Even when I ate pancakes that I made here at home, I would put maple syrup on them and everything. I didn't know that I was
Pure maple syrup? Or
pure maple syrup.
Yeah, but that's when it was reasonable.
Not A.
But that's when it was reasonable.
Over at Alwards.
That's when it was reasonable.
Yeah.
Now
What
it's
it is,
you can't find it reasonable.
But I did not know that I was
reasonably priced. Yeah.
hypoglycemic.
Oh.
See, and it was not under control. And once in a while, I would suffer a. In fact, one time I took two, mind you, 2 green bottles of Ballantine ale, and it knocked me down for a day.
Really?
I was in bed, I couldn't move.
Ballantine ale in the old days and Genesee cream ale were the only high quality, low priced, what you would call craft beer.
The craft beers.
Like, it was the only ones around. You didn't hear about Sam Adams and Yinling and all the other massive amounts of craft beer that are out there.
I don't think they were there then.
It's a big industry now, thank God.
Dave brought a Christmas beer today and something else. And the something else I had, and it tasted just like a draft that you would have gotten in some small tavern, corner tavern, back in Pennsylvania, right from the spigot in the back of
from
the
tap.
bar.
I'm a Yinling man. Pottstown, Pennsylvania, America's oldest brewery. You know what I tried to? I was at a social event at the home of World Heavyweight Champion, ECPW World Heavyweight Champion, horror movie actor and commercial model Andrew Anderson gave me some Samuel Adams blackberry flavored wheat beer. That I don't really like beer made from other things besides the traditional
hops
barley and hops. But this was wheat beer, and with the blackberry flavor, it was pretty refreshing. It was good, but I would not buy a wheat beer. I prefer the traditional barley and hops, and it has to be a craft beer. Like Sam Adams is, I'm sorry, not Sam Adams, it's pricey. Yinling is very reasonably priced, high quality craft beer.
Well, I don't know if it's still...
But there are many local craft beers that are reasonably priced all over the country.
I don't know if it's still being made. But way back when, they had a whatchamacallit, factory or whatever you call it,
brewery.
In Irvington, New Jersey. Actually, it might have been in Newark.
Brewery. There was a beer.
Newark.
There was a beer called Pride of Newark. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Blue Ribbon was a decent tasting beer back then.
Because I do not like Budweiser or Miller
or Rolling Rock
or Coors. It's cheap beer.
You know, some people are very, very. I love my Rolling Rock. It tastes like water.
Yeah. Well, and why does Budweiser? They have the nerve to call themselves the king of beers.
King of beers.
With the Clydesdale horses. Give me a break. There's probably chemicals in it.
Michelob and Budweiser. You know?
It's all crap. The worst beer I ever had was Polar from Venezuela. It tasted like seltzer.
Never heard of it.
But this is all watered down garbage. I mean, but you know what? A lot of Americans that are from parts of the country that are not very educated, a lot of your hicks like to drink for the buzz. They like to
get the buzz?
They just want to get a cheap buzz. They don't really drink to taste a beer or to taste the wine. You just give them something with alcohol in it and they're happy.
Right.
And a lot of college kids are like that too. They don't care
that's
about...
where they learned it.
What do they know about classy craft beer tasting or wine tasting?
Yeah, that's where they learned it back then. You know, just to drink to get drunk. That's all.
Oh, and I love Yellowtail Australian wine. Excellent, low price, European quality wine at a low price. Yellowtail.
They say that. Where did you say that was from?
Yellowtail?
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah, because I was just going to say that Australia is getting their act together and they're producing good wines.
They definitely are. Chile, South America, produces some good wines.
Argentina?
Yeah.
They're all competing now with France.
Now, France.
France and the Napa Valley in California.
Well, Napa Valley, California likes to age their wine in humongous stainless steel tanks because the American mentality in producing anything is bottom line profit. So they're not.
No.
So they're
Are you kidding me?
They're not aging their wines in the Napa Valley.
They're not aging their champagne in oak barrels?
In oak barrels for a specified amount of time.
Or their Parmesan cheese?
Now, France is very hoity-toity. They think anything France should cost a lot and is the best. Well, guess what? I salute Australian wine companies just like I salute other things in Australia. And
by the way,
I salute my good friend, an Aborigine, a fine, highly respected Aborigine. His name is Sean Harris, and he is in charge of the anti-discrimination organization, anti-racism against Aborigine, against the indigenous people of Australia, and I salute him with my lucky Blackthorn Shillelagh.
Did we discuss it before or not, that Australia, 1996, put into effect gun control, and they have no more guns, and their murder rate went down the drain.
So that means it's proof.
The politicians who signed it into law are gone because they got voted out. Because they did something right instead of worrying about their political career.
Huh.
You know, like over here, you couldn't do that.
Of course progressive liberal policies work.
Well, look at England. Even England, they don't got the guns for everybody and everything. They have like 35 murders a year or something. And these people over here that protect the Second Amendment, they're all saying, well, that's not true. Those figures are wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Well, hey, if you didn't have a gun, you'd have to find some other way to kill somebody.
Listen, the bad guys in the United States will still
get guns,
as they've done in the past, get their guns from the black market. So
because they're criminals.
So
they break the law.
They're criminals. So, you know, gun laws or no gun laws, they still get it from the black market.
But the point is that the murder rate goes down. And that's the point, ain't it? When all is said and done, you do want to protect people from being killed, right? So if your murder rate, ours is what? 17,000 a year or something, or more than that, that are killed by guns.
Well, all your major cities of the United States, their murder rate or homicide rate is going up.
Well, look at Chicago. Actually, there's something wrong with Chicago. Chicago has gun control.
New Orleans.
And the murder rate is sky high. So there's something wrong.
You don't hear about Detroit anymore. Now you hear about Chicago being like Dodge City, right?
Yeah. Because the criminals have the guns, the gangs have the guns, and et cetera, et cetera. But how are they getting them if the laws are against them?
Oh yeah, and also Department of Homeland Security that was created by G.W. Bush doesn't seem to be working all that well.
No, it doesn't. And the FBI and the CIA and et cetera. With this Boston bombing crap. They seem to have dropped the ball.
That Pat Robertson says is punishment from God with his jowls. This show will have to be in 2 segments because we did a very, very fascinating food talk in depth. Craft beer, wine, food, junk food. You know, we did the full gamut here this week. So I think it would have to be, but I don't know. I'll have to see how long the show is. Because the problem is YouTube only allows me to put so many characters in the the title of the show. You're only allowed just so many words. So if you cover a lot of topics, you can't put them all
on the title.
In the title. The title.
Tit for tat.
I love mushrooms. I'm a fun guy.
Oh my Lord.
Tat for tit, tit for tat. Reminds me of what you
You
said.
kick my dog and I'll kick your cat.
What does that mean?
Tit for tat. Tit for tat. You kick my dog, I'll kick your cat.
I saw a putty tat. That was Tweety, right?
Linda was talking to some guy the other day on Yahoo, and the guy says,
I did see a putty tat. I did.
The guy gets around to, what do you look like?
Foghorn Leghorn. I say there.
So she says something, I don't know. She looked in the mirror or broke the mirror or whatever the hell she said.
Yeah, like Herman Munster.
And then the guy, you know, he's done talking to her then, okay? Because she didn't comply with his wishes. So she says, I lose more putty tats that way.
More putty tats.
Remember who said putty tats? Tweety.
Tweety. That was Tweety with Sylvester.
I taught a putty cat.
I
did! I saw putty tat. When Sylvester came after Tweety.
You know, a lot of people are posting very disturbingly graphic, negative photos on Facebook. A lot of people get off on unpleasant things.
Well, the lot that I see, like Kelly produces or whatever, it's more to prevent that stuff.
Yeah, but somebody posted a photo of a monitor lizard that had a young kitty cat by the throat, and you see the cat's mouth was open and tongue hanging out. You know, like
I didn't
this.
see that.
Yeah, I kind of like it's there. I just didn't.
I didn't see that. I see this guy James Madonna though. He puts all these lizards and
no, but I wouldn't. No, that disturbed me.
Highly colored birds and stuff like that.
No, it was a monitor lizard that snuck up on a young cute cat and had it by the throat.
Now, how the hell can the lizard handle that once it's dead? He can't swallow it whole. How's he going to part it up? How's he going to slice it up?
This monitor was big enough.
Well, how's he slice it up so he can swallow it?
No, he don't slice it up. He opens his big trap and he gulps it in there.
Get out of here!
I've seen a monitor lizard swallow.
A cat?
No, swallow a full-grown rat.
Oh well, rats are rat. What? Like that? Come on. How he's going to swallow the cat?
Well, monitor lizards are carnivorous. They're kind of opportunistic. I think they'll eat carrion. Not carry-on luggage on a plane. I'm talking about... Wait a minute. What happened to my bells, man? Here we go.
Oh, my.
Levity bells. Yeah, carry-on meaning dead things. You know, like a vulture would eat dead things.
They clean them.
Hey, ravens are like that too, right? They'll eat a carcass.
Ravens are ravenous.
Are ravens? Are they vegans? Are they omnivorous? Are they carnivorous?
They're opportunists, I think, too.
So if you left
what is there.
So if you left the bunch of tomatoes and papayas and mangoes, they'll actually land on it and peck away?
I don't know, maybe.
Because I've seen them around carcasses.
Yeah.
Pecking at the maggot-ridden.
They eat the maggots too?
Well, maggots are gut loading on the carcass, right?
Yeah, but you know, I don't know if they eat it.
My Madagascar hissing cockroaches are getting very plump and big, and they started hissing.
Oh, they will make such a beautiful sound when they are stomped on.
No, they're hissing now. And I could bring one of them for the show.
No, you can't.
I won't bring. I'll
that part of the show you will have to make at your home, your humble abode.
Yeah, but I'll keep it on my hand.
No, you can make it at your humble abode.
You mean it would disturb
and
you?
And then edit it into the rest of the show.
Not pixel it out.
No.
Like censorship.
No.
But you mean what if I held it and kept it in my hand?
No. No beastly beasts.
No beast
in his house.
Not even if it was a gizzard. I mean a lizard.
No.
What about the captain of the Gorn ship?
We do not like lizards here. Captains or otherwise.
Oh, speaking of the Gorn ship in Star Trek, did you see the photo?
Yes, I did. What is wrong with that photo?
You didn't even let me fit the Galileo, the shuttlecraft, the original Galileo from Star Trek.
Where was that?
The shuttle.
Where was it?
It was on Facebook.
I did not see it.
I didn't send it.
I saw on Facebook the picture of the
guys. The
yes, the the throttle room.
No, somebody posted because it was auctioned off. I think it was the actual
set.
The Galileo craft.
No, I'm talking about the Enterprise.
Oh, the set of the Enterprise.
The set of the Enterprise.
Oh, okay.
But somebody said, "What is wrong with that picture?" I didn't give it all my thought, but I didn't see anything wrong with it. Basically.
No, if I see some Star Trek memorabilia, I usually post it.
You put Mr. Kirk up there the other day.
I usually post it on you. Well, I clicked like on William Shatner's page, so everything William Shatner has to say, I read it. Like about Mr. Abrams and the new Star Trek movies, and you
put a picture up there. Yes,
how he says that Carrie Fisher of Star Wars and George Takei are real pain in the asses to work with, which he's right, because he explained why they're pains in the asses. You know what I mean? So anyway, thank you for joining us for this week's extra long progressive discussions, which I might divide into part 1, part 2. All right. Say so long to these jabronis.
So long, jabronis.
All right. Oh, it pays to have extra memory storage, doesn't it?